Ang Land Rover ay isang British luxury brand icon na nag-i-specialize sa four-wheel drive vehicles. Una itong inilaunch bilang military vehicle noong 1948 at binigyan ng royal warrant ni King George VI noong 1951. Isang proud owner ng circa 1960 4x4 series Land Rover ang ating ipifeature dito sa Manibela Rear View.
My name is Raf Villanueva and this is my circa 1960s 4x4 series Land Rover with a 2.2 diesel engine. Matagal na to sa amin, mga 1960s pa, nasa pamilya na namin yan. So you can just imagine, more than 3 generations. Kinalakihan ko na yan. So dun na-develop yung hilig ko sa Land Rover. Mga ganito, hindi na mamatay-matay. Konting ayos lang, buhay na ulit. Doon ako naiengganyo. Madami ng history yan sa amin. Nag-start siya sa Zambales since it belonged to my grandfather. Early of its life was spent in Zambales. So karamihan ng tao sa Zambales, alam na yan. Especially in our town, in San Marcelino. Pati yung mga katutubo doon, pati yung mga ita. Kung nakikita nila yung sasakyan nila, kilala nila. So madaming mga kwento. They say half of the people in San Marcelino learned to drive in this car, mga 1970s, ganyan, ano. So nakakatawang pakinggan yung mga ganong kwento. May iba pa mga kwento na yung mga katutubo nga, mga ita, no. Once nakita nila yung sasakyan na ito nasa ibang probinsya, nasa Tarlac. Nakita nila sasakyan na ito, na-alarma sila. Ba't nandito yung sasakyan ni ganyan? Ninakaw bata. Mga ganong nakakatawang mga kwento. Mukhang lolo ko pa ata may-ari niyan. Pagkatapos ng gamitin ng lolo ko, napunta naman sa dad ko, at ngayon sa amin naman. Kung makikita nyo, it's in its period color. So yung color niya period appropriate. It's called poppy red with alpine white roof. These were the color schemes during the 1960s.
Kapag gusto ni Ralph na mag-relax, inilalabas niya ang kanyang Rover sa isang leisurely drive.
Itong sasakyan na to lumalabas pag ano lang siguro, what they call a Sunday drive. Sunday drive lang, just around the area. Of course, it's not as comfortable as the present-day cars. But somehow, when you drive it, it takes you back to the 1960s. I enjoy driving that occasionally. But I'm also afraid to take it out on the highway. Mahirap na magmabilis. So I just enjoy driving around, leisurely around the area. The body, we tried to preserve it as closely as possible. It's been a work in progress for many years now. What they say about Rovers, sabi nila, it's never over in a Rover because maya't maya may kailangang ayusin. But I guess that's the beauty, that's the quirk of a Rover. Rover enthusiasts like that, like they like to tinker with their vehicle. It cannot compare. It cannot compare to the modern vehicles now. The modern vehicles now have a cabin that you can live in. Diba? A cabin that you don't mind spending several hours in traffic in. Malakas ang aircon ng mga modern vehicles ngayon. Mabilis. If you want to be taken back to the 1960s, to how it was before, then you ride a 1960s car. There's still many series Land Rovers here in mint condition, in pristine condition. We're all part of the Land Rover Club. I can name several prominent people who have Rovers. Some of them are TV personalities. And we all share, that passion for Land Rovers. Partly because we like to believe that these things never die. It has an aluminum body, which is not prone to rusting. So it's very often that you see, one Rover being restored. Madaming mga challenges if you want to restore like these kinds of cars. First are parts. Many of these vintage cars originated from, say, Europe. Land Rovers originated in England. So if you want to preserve it, if you want to restore it, you may need to source parts from abroad. If not England, you need to ship them here. Those are some of the challenges of preserving vintage cars. Second, these kinds of cars, you get to drive them only occasionally. It may not be worth the time and effort and the money that you put into it. That may be an issue because you're putting all that money and time to a car that you only drive occasionally. That's another challenge. Perhaps mechanics also, no? Mechanics, these kinds of vintage cars would need specialists. Especially if you belong to a club, pwede kayong magtulungan with the spirit of camaraderie and brotherhood.
Malaki din ang ginampanang papel ng Rover sa kanyang pamilya noong 1991 Mount Pinatubo eruption.
Isang interesting na kwento dito, no? 1991, sumabog ang Pinatubo, di ba, sa Zambales. This car was used to evacuate my grandparents from their town in San Marcelino to other places, no? To safer places. Yung isang kwento na hindi ko makakalimutan.
Pero hindi lamang sa leisurely ride niya ginagamit ang kanyang Rover. Katunayan, inihahanda niya ito para sa isang charity work.
Right now, piniprepare ko yung Land Rover because around October of this year, gusto namin, me and my club members in Rotary, gusto namin maghatid ng mga relief goods sa isang community ng mga ita sa Zambales. Napaka-challenging ng lugar nila kasi you have to cross rivers. It's a really challenging terrain. Usually, kailangan kang asistihan ng traktora for you to cross that river. I want to prepare this vehicle, no, for that so that para naman makapagbigay kami ng relief goods sa mga katutubo doon through Rotary.